will shift towards the FOMC meet outcome, which is slated for tonight. In fact, it was delayed by a day so as not to clash with the elections in the country. In fact, the Federal Reserve is all set to cut interest rates by 25 basis points. That is its second cut, expected second cut this year following September's surprise jumbo reduction. Anisha, my colleague, is here with more details on what to expect so far as that FOMC meet is concerned. Anisha, so big expectations lined up.
Well, in a few hours from now, we'll get the Fed decision, and it's coming in at a very interesting juncture right now, wherein US is going through that presidential transition. There is a dollar which is spiked to a 3-month high. You also have the yields trending higher as well, very close to that 4.40 mark as far as the US 10-year yield is concerned. And in the midst of all of that, 99% probability suggests that the US Fed is likely to continue on the rate cut path, and there is going to be a 25 basis point cut yet again. Remember, in October, it was the first time in 4 years that US Fed had cut the rates. It was an aggressive 50 basis point cut that we had seen. Now, the street believes that given the fact that the economy has been strong, we have seen the GDP figure come in at the level of 2.8%. Inflation has come down to the level of around 2.4. The labor market has been holding steady. It gives ample room available for the US Fed to cut the rate further by 25 basis point. Though, of course, the jury is out as to what will happen in January, because the predictions do suggest that perhaps there could be a bit of a pause come January. But for now, the latest dot plot had suggested there's going to be 2 more rate cuts in this year, that is 2024 itself. So both November and December, there is an expectation of 25 basis point cut each. Next year, they're talking about further cuts coming in. But it will be fairly important to track the Fed's commentary now with the new president-elect in place, Donald Trump, because he was supposed to have a bit more influence over Fed decisions. So whether that's something that really worries, bothers, or makes the Fed change their course in any way will be important to track. What's the commentary on inflation, which is getting much closer to their target of 2%? What's their expectation of growth going forward? What's the implication of this dollar and the 10-year move that we are witnessing? And of course, the criticism which is there with respect to the money printing in the United States. What happens to the fiscal discipline? And all of those are the questions which will be asked to Jay Powell as far as this meeting is concerned. The implications back home will also be fairly critical, because it seems like we're going to have a very shallow rate cut here in India, but when does it start is also something to watch out for. So lots of moving parts and a very interesting and interestingly poised Fed meeting which is at place here. We'll get to know details in just a matter of few hours from here on.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.